up, everybody? Happy 4th of July! Hope you're all having a great 4th of July and ready for this rockin' video. It's Freedom Day. And what should we do better on Freedom Day than make a video about all the great United States American companies? So let's get right to that and show you my top 10. America! Alright guys, so I have laid these out. We're going to talk about these, and these are the top 10 American companies for tools that I absolutely love. A couple of them, one might have made it twice, or a couple might have made it twice, but let's just jump. So here we are, and this is my take on the top 10 American tool companies with the tools that they have, why they have, what ones I think about them, and we're going to talk about them real quick and go right through this. I'm going to start off down the line here with number 10, and that's going to be Dewalt. Mac Dewalt, which this is a Mac, but these are made with made in the USA with global components. I talked about this before. Man vs. Food did a great video on this. You can see it right here, made in the USA with global components. Guys, we have to get electronic devices from a lot of stuff, but these are particularly manufactured. A lot of the components of this are manufactured in the United States. Obviously, the trigger, the assembly right here, and the trigger, they do some windings in the motors, the housings. A lot of this is made in the United States, and that's Dewalt Tools. This is a Mac one, so if you're watching this, then whatever. And I know particularly just by seeing that video and researching it that Dewalt does try to make a lot of stuff. Plus, they're over 100 years old company. So, shout out to Dewalt for America's birthday. Number 9 we're going to get into is going to be Lyle Tools. Lyle Tools. Now, you're going to notice this is a Matco pocket screwdriver. These are made by Lyle. These are hose pinch-off pliers. Lyle Tools is up north in Wisconsin. They're pretty tight with Snap-on, but they do a lot of rebrands for a lot of companies. Lyle Tools has some pretty awesome tools that get the job done, fellas. Just get the job done. And I particularly like these tools. That's why I chose to show you them. I do have some other Lyle tools. They have the caliper spreaders. You know, you guys got the ratcheted ones. Those are exceptionally handy. A lot of you know that. But those are great tools. Number 8 is going to be Thexton. It's a company that's awfully underrated in my opinion, because Thexton builds a lot of stuff, and they really just handle some really specialty stuff that nobody else does. They're out of Minnesota. A lot of their stuff is made in the USA, and this is one of my favorite tools from Thexton by far. There's a couple other ones, but battery cleaner and stuff like that. But these are battery side post adapters for those dumb GM battery posts that absolutely wear a guy down. And these are absolutely fantastic. We're going to jump over here for a second in my little bag of tricks. And we're going to talk about these guys right here. It's not Mac Tools. This is Wildy. Wildy Tools makes these mirrors. And if you guys know, you know, I have showed these. That obviously, you see that one's Mac. Well, this one's Blue Point, but they're both made in the USA. So Wildy makes some of the finest, best mirrors. I've had this mirror forever. Very durable. I like it. Not too flashy. You got other companies that make them, and if you can look at the difference here in just the metal, I can tell immediately when I pick it up. But the thickness of that mirror cover on there is a testament to why those mirrors have lasted longer, because they don't use cheaper materials on those. And these things are absolutely fantastic, especially for just getting down in there, finding those tight spots. You know what I'm saying? So let's go on to the next one. Where are we at? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Malco coming back in strong with the Eagle Grip, made in the USA vice grips. Guys, these are absolutely some of the best vice grips. I was skeptical when I first got them and actually thought to myself, why am I doing this? I've got to mountain a pair of vice grips, and these things have sold me. They are absolutely worth the $50, $45 to get these, and I picked these up from JD Tico. Little shameless plug to him because he has a pretty good price on them, fair price, and he gets fast shipping. So Melco Eagle grips are no joke. They literally get the job done, and I love them. So let's move on to number 5. Let's go to the top 5 now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have seen this. This is one of the most rebranded tools in the world, and I will tell you that 3 of the top 10 tool companies are right here in Iowa, whether that be biased or not, but I can obviously say that if anybody says these aren't the best scrapers on the planet, you have something wrong with you. The Super Scraper here is made in Iowa. It is absolutely fantastic. I've had this thing for going on 10 years. I've never had to have the carbide sharpened on. I maybe should, but if you look at it, it's in good shape. And this has been, I mean, it literally has been around. I burned my name into it because people kept trying to steal it. That was a good way to do it, I'll tell you what. Well, nice thing about wooden tools, especially good sturdy ones, is you can do that. So, but there's a mountain of options out there that aren't USA. They're being knocked off, but Super Scraper is really one of the only ones that I think is still being made in the USA. So that's just my take on it. Well, life wouldn't be complete unless we started bringing in the tool trucks. Now this is going to be kind of a split 4 and 5 here, like a 4.5. Okay, these aren't Cornwell. These are GL Industries here in Iowa, and I love these, and a little shout out about them. These are absolutely awesome for your X-Acto knives and whatnot. If you guys are a hobbyist or whatnot, I use this a lot of times for just cutting gaskets, but these are retractable tools, and if you look up GL Industries out of Oskaloosa, Iowa, they actually make these, but these are absolutely fantastic little tools that I bought off the Cornwell truck. But it is a shout out for the Cornwell guy, because they are the only ones that sell that kit like this, I believe. But definitely a good deal, and obviously, I'm going to throw a little plug in there for the Cornwell USA. I love this old Cornwell ratchet. I don't know why they don't get more. I mean, I know there's not that many dealers out there, but Cornwell old ratchets here, man, the back drag on this thing is just, it's not terrible, and it's a good ratchet. And much like the Koken, it may not be a fine tooth, but sometimes you don't always need the fine. This thing does a great job, and I find myself grabbing it quite a bit because I love it. And you know, as my buddy Dave, if it's not broke, fix it, said that's his favorite 1/2-inch ratchet when we had our Midwest meetup. He kind of got me interested in it because he uses that sucker all the time. And I thought, you know what, you got to open up your mind a little bit sometimes and just try something different. And, you know, maybe the old stuff isn't as bad. Just because it's a fancy new fine tooth doesn't mean it's always the best. Number 3 or 2. We're at 2 now, aren't we? I think we're at 2. Let me count. Nope, we're at 3. Okay, I just got confused. The number 1 is going to be a surprise. Number 3 here is going to be my Mac Tools impact sockets and my wrenches for USA made. Now, I do have Precision Torques. They are not USA made. But, however, my Mac Tools impacts are my favorites. Like I've said before, these things are 20 years old. I've never had a problem with them. You can see how they don't waller out and whatnot. I have the mileage on these to back it up. So, you know, and I've used these quite a bit, and they seem to be fairly well. Now, this one is not a strong socket, I will tell you, with this pinlet. The new pin styles are the ones I like better, but this is just one I have laying around still. And then the impact sockets are also fantastic. I like them. Well built. Now, a lot of you will say, well, what about Proto? Yes, Proto, Mac, blah, blah. Semantics, fellas, okay? Mac is actually made on a different line in Texas, so it's not made the same as Proto. Everybody always tries to go to that, but it's not. You're not getting the exact same tools you are from a Mac. Mac has some different nuances on it and different ways that it's made. So I don't ever try to... Everybody compares them to that, but that's just, once again, bad juju that got put out on the internet. The Mac Knuckle Saver wrenches, I've had this wrench forever. I like these wrenches. I don't mind the square beam on it. A lot of people, and it's controversial. And guys, you're not going to see Right Tools on this, so if you're waiting for that, Right Tools is not going to be on my list, because I don't own any Right Tools. They just have never been relevant in my area in the country. So I would love to put them on the list if I had some, but they're not, so I'm not going to. Anywho, the Max knuckle saber wrenches, however, the new style are rounded, and I heard a lot of guys say they like them, but these are 100% USA made. You can talk about Proto on here, Mac, whatever. Either way, these are my number 3. Number 2. Now, you didn't think I was going to get away without doing any Snap-on, did you? Snap-on ratchets. I only did this one just because it's my shiniest one, so I don't hardly ever use it. But the Dual 80s are strong. I love the Snap-on ratchets. And this is the best plier company. This is the best U.S. manufacturers of pliers in the United States. Now, Channel Lock is a great plier, okay, guys? And once again, this video isn't about arguing about this. This is my opinion on the best pliers. And the thing is, Snap-on has a broader range of pliers that they're being made, USA made, here. That's why I chose them to be on this video, because if you look at their selection of pliers, they're way more than Channel Lock. And Channel Lock has a good selection of pliers. And don't get me wrong, I love my Channel Locks. I absolutely love my Channel Locks. And you have Klein's too. And Klein didn't make it on this video because I don't use Klein that much. And it's 11. We'll give Klein an 11 on the manufacturing because it just doesn't fit my needs as a mechanic. That's my thing it's more of a DIY and electrician type deal. I think if I was in that field, that's where I'd be. But Snap-on wins the number 2 spot on this USA deal because of the selection, the broad selection. And I'll tell you what, these suckers right here, these are absolutely phenomenal. They've came out with a couple of different brands of these this year, and you can't. These pliers are nice. They're absolutely. These are the latest 2 pliers, but these needle nose right here are absolutely phenomenal. My 100% go-to. All right, for the moment I've all been waiting for. Let's go to our number 1. Dun, dun, dun! Lyle Tools is going to win the number 1 spot. And this is why Lyle Tools. Now, I'm not going to show all my Lyle Tools, but Lyle Tools wins my number 1 spot and the tribulation for American-made tools because they are the oldest tool manufacturer on this whole entire table that I'm looking at. They're over 120 years old this year. And they manufacture some of the most nicest specialty tools. And not only that, for all you guys that are cheap and need to spend, that want to save money, Lyle seems to hit that number for you all the time. And they're affordable. And so that's why they hit the number 1 spot. And they're made in Iowa, so that means they're great too. But that's exactly why Lyle hit the number for it. That made in the USA. We got that hometown Iowa feel. We've got the price. They check all the boxes for all you guys and for me. Specialty tools, price, USA made. You get that right there. You know what I mean? We can't say that about Snap-on. We can't say that about anybody else. We can definitely say that about Lyle. So anyways, guys,